watch the beginning of the video, it's about this 15-year-old boy. Subscribe if y'all want to listen to more Night Manager videos. Shout out to a night, I don't know, I forgot his name. But we're going to listen to this video together. Okay, y'all? So, I know I'll listen to, like, half of the video, basically, like 20 minutes of it. But we're going to rewind, okay, y'all? You heard me? Okay, so, apparently, oh no, let me type it. Apparently, this cop kept turning his body cam off. And this 15-year-old was found dead.
Period. Video.
Okay, so,
disabled. Comment.
here it is. Okay.
And why didn't you call his mom and come pick him up?
Why did he say Bradshaw? He saw Bradshaw tour.
I gotta rewind it.
YouTube video player. Braden _S Echo Show. Media volume.
Let me show y'all where he kept turning his body cam off. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, apparently things are happening, apparently, he killed himself. The teenager did not kill himself. Why was the officer turning off his body cam, okay? I want y'all to tell me, if there was a reason why he turned off his body cam, okay? That was his body cam. And they can last up to 12 hours, and he turned it on. And it was only on for 44 minutes, okay? So, I don't understand why, is something, wrong or, with the, this is, I don't know, this just got my attention because, I don't know, it just got my attention so much because I want to show y'all where he turned his body cam off. You know what I'm saying? Body cam. And, did all this. Let me show y'all. I gotta rewind it. So, you're gonna have to hear voiceover and I'll put it on the nightstand.
Video. Show player control. Search. Show player. YouTube. Search. Show player. Auto. Previous. Rewind 10 seconds. Previous playback settings. Rewind 10. Play video.
Right now, I'm on.
Pause video. Button.
Okay.
Play video. Button.
What's up?
Pause video. Button. Play video. Button. Fast forward. Rewind. Previous. Play. Subtitle. Autoplay. Hide player. Video. Hide player. Video.
I understand everything that the family's done. I understand everything they're saying. I understand that. I 100% get that.
Sorry,
You
y'all.
said at the end of the day, they lost a loved one, they lost a son.
Hide player. Autoplay. Play. Previous video. Button. Disabled. Rewind 10 seconds.
At 4:02 a.m., Bynum shuts off his cam and does not turn it back on.
See?
He then reportedly heads back out to the scene to help the search. Around 4:20 a.m., the Sheriff's Department requests the Forest City Fire Department to come out with their drones. And they show up about 4:40.
See, they're looking.
At 5:12 a.m., the Sheriff's Department requests the Arkansas
He turned
DA
off his
to come
body
out with
cam
their
about
drones as
twice.
well. And the drones that were used had heat signature cameras, or thermal imaging, but were unable to locate Tripp the entire time. Tripp's
It was this
first
boy
boot
named
and
Tripp.
hat were found around 6 or 7 a.m., about 30 or 40 yards from the fence where he first entered the woods. At 7:20, the tracking dogs arrived, and numerous volunteers who were split into search parties.
Okay, so
Then,
y'all,
about 1:30
the last
p.m.,
time,
about 700 yards away across the road, his second boot is found, along with his wallet, who were split into search parties. Then, about one...
so y'all, I gotta tell y'all something about, you know what I'm saying? gotta tell y'all about that. So it's playing on the speaker, so let me know if it's alright, good quality. Guess what? So what happened in the video? There was footage of, like, the four-wheeler, okay? So, the Trip was running from the cops on the four-wheeler, right? Okay, this boy named Trip was running from the cops on the four-wheeler, okay? I don't care how long ago this was. Trip was running from the cops on the four-wheeler, okay? So, that means if he, like, you know what I'm saying? If he, like, he's running from the cops on the four-wheeler, and he called his parents at, like, 2:15 a.m., talking about, like, okay, like, can you come and get me? Okay, so, look, they was telling, like, they was coming in, they got apparently a suicidal text, like a text on their phone saying, I'm sorry, I don't know what he really said, but, and, like, he kept turning off his body cam. The last time he turned on his body cam was when he was at the jail thing looking for Trip. So I want y'all to stay tuned and see how dumb this is. Like, I'm sorry, I don't feel like rewinding anymore, but I just told y'all about the police. Like, you could hear his exhaust pipe is so loud and everything. But we'll see how this goes. Let me know in a post, okay? I'm gonna post something. I'm gonna just post a random post like okay? Look at that post, or look at any post and comment. Alright, bye. Alright, y'all tell me how y'all think about this.
1:30 p.m., about 700 yards away across the road, his second boot is found, along with his wallet, his cell phone charger, his hoodie, and a footprint. Then the next day at 1:08 p.m., about 1.2 miles away from where they found his second boot and cell phone and footprint, they find another footprint.
Braden _S Echo Show, media volume.
I just want to turn it up because they found his
1.2
footprint.
miles away. This eventually leads them to Trip, where they found him at 4:05 p.m. hanging in a tree.
Yeah,
In the
they
days
found him
and
hanging
weeks
in
to
a tree.
come, both Arkansas State Police and a private investigator hired by the family from Presidium conducted interviews with individuals involved in the incident. And I just want to share a few clips from these interviews for context.
Did the mother or dad did any of them talk to you that allude to that he may be suicidal or anything?
No, sir.
You never got any of that sense or anything?
No, sir. You know, and he sent his mom a text, and she showed me the text talking about that he was a screw up, not that they were bad parents, but he couldn't do this anymore, and he was apologizing for being a screw up. I mean, and I've been up here 3 years, and I've never heard any law enforcement involvement with his name.
I wouldn't blame him. How you spell it?
H-O-B-I-N.
Bowman? Why do they call you Trey?
I'm a third.
Did you have had any dealings with that kid before?
I personally have not. The only times that I know of that he ran from the other deputy, which is Cedric Hicks, his reserve deputy.
There's all public speech about this.
I don't know if you talked to Trooper Smith or not, but I was actually on his personal team that was searching for him. I was actually there the whole entire time trying to help search for him.
Right now, I'm on both sides of the ball. I understand everything that the family's done. I understand everything they're saying. I understand that. I 100% get that because, like you said,
See, he was on the phone.
They lost a loved one. They lost a son. I hate that it ended that way. I really do. You know, but there was nothing. I couldn't have done anything in my power to change what happened.
You could have did. Why did you turn your body cam off?
And it's just that simple because I'm a ride-along.
Sorry, y'all, I might be too loud.
And that's all I was, you know.
Trip Brazil's body is found hanging in a tree almost 2 miles from where he first left his ATV and went into the woods. The autopsy photos showed Trip with the ligature still around his neck, but in my opinion, it looks like the bruising is lower on the neck than where the ligature is.
This
And the
is weird.
ligature around
Alright,
his
I'm gonna
neck
keep talking.
happens to
I'm gonna
be
keep.
a toe strap.
Y'all keep
very
listening.
similar to the ones that Bynum had in the back of his truck. Also, Tripp's feet had no cuts, scratches, or scrapes, and I saw the photos myself. They looked perfect.
Braden _S Echo Show, media volume.
Sorry, y'all. I wanted to louder for you.
Which is remarkable considering the distance he traveled in the woods with no shoes. His feet not having any scrapes or scratches is one of the most mind-boggling things to me in this case, if he in fact walked all that way with no shoes in the woods in the dark. However, solely based off the text message, the examiner ruled Tripp's death a suicide.
No.
But the locals, well,
That is
they
not
think
a
otherwise.
suicide.
And a lot of truth and rumors begin to spread, resulting in Deputy Bynum eventually leaving the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department for the safety of him and his family, or so he claims. Now, a year and a half later, everyone still wants answers, but law enforcement are ignoring their requests for another investigation. Tripp's father hires a private investigator, and he decides to run for sheriff of St. Francis County. However, the current sheriff, Bobby May, has an idea up his sleeve to stir the pot, and that is to bring Alvin Trey Bynum back to the St. Francis
See,
County
this is
Sheriff's
public.
Office
This
and
is
hold a
public,
press
y'all.
conference to the
This
press
is
and the
public.
public to essentially rub it in everyone's nose.
I agree with the woman. I agree with the woman, y'all.
The random patriot?
Troy's friend.
I agree with the women. There's some of the women that I agree with. He did not kill himself. I do not agree with that man. They was talking about he was gonna kill himself. Y'all watch.
Fox 13 Memphis.
The people who are telling these blasphemous lies said or saying that Trey Bynum got out of his car, chased him down, found some kind of rope or something, hung the boy.
No, he didn't.
How ridiculous.
I mean, yes, he did.
Absurd
I think he did.
it is. When I first heard this conversation, my thoughts were, nobody's going to believe that. And boy, was I wrong. And when I first heard this conversation,
Okay, for once, he did not kill himself. Okay, I don't know what because this was 1 month ago. I didn't make this. Okay, for once, he did not kill himself. Okay, because I looked and they kept turning their body cams off, like on the part of the video, y'all. I will show y'all the video. I think it's called. Yeah, it's some like. I'll just show y'all the whole video one day and I'll just get out of the room, but if y'all want me to do that. Alright. I'm gonna keep continuing. Y'all let me know how y'all think.
my thoughts were, nobody's going to believe that. And boy, was I wrong.
They was gonna believe that.
Idiots out there who believe crap like that.
Then why did he call his mom and come pick him up?
Why did he say Bradshaw? He saw Bradshaw's car, he was walking to turn himself in. Why did Bynum have rubber gloves on at 1:47 and that text come in at 1:45?
Yeah,
Why does Bynum's wife say, Trey is my husband, and Trey stopped him on the four-wheeler at 1:15 that morning and asked him to stop driving stupid, that he was going to get hurt. For him to be careful, he jumped off the four-wheeler and started running. So I'm not sure where the 145 came from, honestly, but Trey has been looking for him nonstop. His boots and phone were found. But before he took off running, he looked at Trey and said, I can't get in trouble. Trey told him he wasn't in trouble and took off running, but the whole time he was looking around. My husband thinks he was in trouble. In the body cam footage, it shows no conversation between them two. So he fabricated a lie to his wife.
Did Bobby know that he was chasing a 15-year-old child?
see, this is the woman I agree with.
This will over here, David, because it's on video.
Here's my question, how can you go a mile and 3/4 through Crow Creek and not have a scratch, barefoot and not have a scratch on the bottom of your feet?
It's amazing to me, I'm listening to you all.
There's a lot of unanswered
Well,
questions.
it's amazing to me, I'm listening to you all, I'm telling you all, and it's investigated.
We can't hear you. We don't think you do either. 49 minutes the body cam was turned on.
I'm getting ready to answer
Yeah.
a question for you.
Okay.
It was.
And we have
Listen to me.
Hold on, listen. What the chef's telling is a lie. Or whatever.
No, they last 12 hours.
Wait a minute. They eat up batteries. So we have a policy when deputies are not intertwined or intermingling with other people.
That is such a
they'll
lie,
affect
y'all.
their, body cameras
was
off
on an
to
active
save
state.
batteries.
Even when a child is missing, you turn it off?
I'd like to finish my press conference. Then y'all can ask all the questions you want to ask.
I believe
have
he
with
killed.
me
I believe the cops killed him.
Trey Bynum, and I have with me Preston Cox. Trey and Preston never got out of the car when Tripp jumped over the fence and went into the woods.
That's a bold-faced lie.
It's in blanket. Jumped out, pointed his service
That's a
weapon at him, told
bold-faced
him to get
lie.
on the
You don't call
ground.
somebody a liar, you're a liar, not me.
How am I a liar? What I'm saying is, they did not get into the woods. That's what I'm saying.
You said they get out of the vehicle.
Well, they got out of the vehicle. What I'm saying is, they did not go into the woods.
It could have been so different, Bobby. It didn't have to be like this.
You know what? I wish it had gone different. I regret the young boy that killed himself.
He didn't kill himself.
He did not kill himself. See? I regret the young boy killed himself. One, he did not kill himself. Okay? I want y'all to please give me some views, okay? Because I'm telling y'all that he did not kill himself. Why was his body cam off? Okay, y'all? That's what I'm trying to get. Okay, that I'm glad I'm not involved in this, but the internet and everything. But I believe that the sheriff or somebody, they killed him. Why was his body cam off? Okay? When a 15-year-old boy is missing? You know what? We're going to continue on.
He did not kill himself.
He did not.
Lord Jesus. Now I'm gonna ask, Preston, would you come up here, if you don't mind? Preston is a fine young man. Would you, he works out at White Motor Company, would you tell your story, please? Just start out.
Oh, this is a young man. This is a teenager out there.
That's all.
They were looking for 2 missing juveniles, and we were out there, and Mr. David Kenny and Trey heard some 4-wheelers coming through, and they were being pretty loud. You know, you can probably tell they was riding just a little aggressive. And Mr. David Kenny said that he was going to go make contact with them and tell them to go home, that it was too late for them to be out riding around. And Mr. David Kenny went up there and made contact with them. Me and Trey come up, and we pulled up there next to him, and Tripp come through. And at first I thought he was going to stop, and then he threw his hands up and took back off. And that's when the pursuit began.
What did you mean when you spoke to Cody, that you told him that there wasn't nothing you could do or nothing you could say without getting Mr. Alvin Trey or whatever his name in trouble? What did you mean by that?
When I told him that if he would have played the whole thing and not just cut this section out, I told him there was nothing that I could have done. Like, I couldn't have got out of the truck and chased him, or I couldn't have done anything in like that situation to change the outcome of it.
Without getting him in trouble.
Without getting Mr. Bynum in trouble.
Why would that have gotten him in trouble?
Because I'm not allowed to ride along and not allowed to cause a vehicle.
And I spoke directly with Arkansas State Police. They said there was no law requiring deputies or anybody to pull over 4-wheelers in the county. Is that true?
On county roads,
Right.
state highways,
Yes, I
they're
understand.
not allowed on state highways. At any
But this was a chase on a county road.
He'd been on the state highway.
He had been on the state highway.
Yes.
Yep.
Point A to point B, so that was illegal enough to stop him.
No,
We didn't
not
know
you
you
can go
was
from one
scared.
place to one on the state highway to get to a county road. That is the law.
I'm gonna ask Trey to stand up here and say a few words.
My name's Alvin Bynum. I was the deputy involved. I just want to say that I knew nothing about who the individual was on full until after the fact. Sergeant Bradshaw made the phone call to the parents. I also want to state that I had no wrongdoing whatsoever with this individual. I've done my job, and that was all. I was cleared by the Arkansas State Police. I was cleared by the Arkansas State Police Crime Lab and the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department and any other agency that was involved. I have
This is
received
weird, bro.
death threats and any other threat from family, friends, and everyone else for the last 2 years almost. And it is ridiculous.
So why do you want to come back?
Yes, that's what we want to know.
I was called back, to be honest with you.
I've got a question for you. The next morning, why was you rolling around in the fetal position in the grass?
Sam
I was
Rodney.
not.
Why me?
I was not.
Yes, you was.
That was saw by a deputy.
And it is writing paper.
No,
Yes,
it was
you
not.
was.
If you were called back, why wouldn't you say, I don't think that it is right? I mean, for you to live in Holmes County, seeing how none of us feel comfortable with you being here to protect and serve us because we do not feel like you are going to protect and serve us.
Because you're all led by a bunch of lies and misinformation. That's why you don't understand or feel that you're protected.
Oh my God.
Officer Bynum, you have a pretty lengthy history with the Mark Tree PD and how you treated that rape victim.
There was a law for one. For two, it was a write-up. Never reprimand, never termination, never suspension, never nothing.
But do you feel like your actions in that case were
Didn't I just state that it was
without
violent?
integrity? What about your integrity? That's what we question. Do you really want to put the St. Francis County citizens at first and foremost, or is it the property you're after?
It's every citizen.
Every citizen. Because right now, every citizen, for the most part, have no confidence in you. We don't believe that you can protect and serve us properly without judgment.
That's perfectly
Based
fine.
on your past, 12 agencies in 10 years, you bounce around, and we still can't figure out why you would even want to come back to St. Francis County. You left because you said you did not feel safe. What makes you feel safe
I left
now?
to try to better my family, which I was led and followed.
Why would you want to do this if you're being so threatened and all this going on? Why would you want to come back?
Because there's nothing else I know how to do.
When your body camera went off, did it go off because the battery was dead?
No, ma'am, it was turned on
When it came back on, why did you have gloves on?
because I was moving the four-wheeler.
You had already touched it, him both had already touched the floor hundreds and hundreds of times.
Before the body
With
cam,
no
do not be
glove. So why was there
touching
glove on there?
barehanded.
Because I was moving the four-wheeler and putting it on the trailer.
It's on your own body cam footage.
Okay, ma'am.
Have you watched it?
I watched it for the first time since it happened last month.
Well, you didn't watch, we didn't pay very close attention.
I watched the true body camera footage.
Oh, there's two. Oh, there's
The true body camera
We
footage.
would
I
like to
watched.
see those real body cam footage.
I want to see the true one too.
Can you repeat what you said? You said you turned the body camera footage off. And
Yeah, I wanna see the true one.
When you turned it off. That's just what I want.
So they're waiting on. I was sitting back there to wait on Sergeant Kenny to bring the trailer back for the four-wheelers.
So you never left that scene the whole time?
No, sir, not until Sergeant Kenny brought the trailer back and then we took the four-wheeler.
But at the
Oh my God, this is weird, y'all.
You're seeing, yes.
It's fake.
The one that you're
So
seeing,
there's
yes.
just fake people, if you can hear this video, it's all fake.
The one that you're seeing, yes.
Okay, the whole purpose of this was to show y'all, number one, that this young man was not chased after in the woods by Deputy Biden.
I watched that man chasing him by my house. He had to come in my yard to get away from me.
Terrified. And when I told him, why are you terrified? He said, because this man told me he was going to kill me.
Deputy Bynum, had you ever pursued Trip Brazil before
No,
that
ma'am.
night?
You're a liar.
No, sir, I'm
You're a
not.
liar.
No, sir, I'm not.
There's been so many lies told.
Shut up.
No. I'm telling you about some people in this group.
I ain't lying. I sat there and watched him chase that boy by my house.
And who are you?
I'll give you my ID. I don't care. I'm George Davis.
Who are you?
George Davis. I live in Caldwell. I had watched him chase that boy by my house.
Where's your house at?
In Caldwell. You know where it's at.
Correct. Because I never touched that young man whatsoever.
You know what you did.
Do you understand why, how many people are in here that are against us? I'm not even gonna ask that, why we are all uncomfortable. Do you understand? Do you understand why we will continue? We will continue, we won't stop until he does not work for our department anymore. And we don't
Well,
do you understand? Yes or no? It's a yes or no.
That means read to me. So the VIN was checked the next day. The four-wheeler was stolen out of Texas off a Honda dealership. Yeah, I know, you went, that's part of the deal, you went and paid for it.
Part of the deal was y'all didn't do y'all's job and four-wheeler wasn't took out of ACIC.
The only reason you weren't charged with possession of something before with it was because of the sympathy we had from it.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, that's right.
The reason you didn't arrest me because it was not turned into ACIC. The four-wheeler was stolen brand new, 2 of them, out of a dealership in Texas, and they was never turned into ACIC. And you know that as well as
This can't be real.
We're not dealing, you know, the fact is, it's so absurd. It's so absurd that y'all, you know, y'all started, you two started these lies.
Oh, yeah?
Lies? No, them two standing behind you is one started the lies.
Y'all started
see.
the lies, guys. And let me tell you why you started the lies. You're getting money in. You're running a scam on this. You're a con artist.
If anybody wants to see my bank statements, you are more than welcome to.
Well, you're running a scam, and I know it. Let me tell you something about this guy.
You don't have one open anymore. Because it helped pay for the funeral.
But it goes back to that, you do what you want to when it comes to
Hold on. I think the officer's lying. That boy, they say, oh, this is a scam. Oh, y'all gotta get money. And this is a scam. Like what? What are they talking about? Like, oh my God. I don't know. This was made a month ago and I'm reacting to it, y'all. I mean, I just can't believe that. Because I listened to one where this boy named Devin, or whatever his name was, killed his girlfriend, 23-year-old. He was 23 years old, and he's only getting 50 years in prison. That doesn't make sense. But let's keep listening to this other video, and I might show y'all that other video in the next video. This might be my longest video yet, because this thing was 58 minutes, but I already listened like 20-30 minutes of it. Sorry y'all if like, but I'm just trying to still get this. Alright, y'all keep listening to this public statement with me, and we're gonna keep listening.
And the judges are gonna do whatever you want them to do, right?
Let me tell you something. I don't know where you used to be, but you're in St. Francis County, Arkansas. I've got the authority to lock you up as long as I want to.
What about the judge? You're the judge's authority.
No, the judge will do what I tell him.
That's not lawful.
But it goes back to that, you do what you want to
You do
when it
what
comes
you
to the
want to do,
law.
and the judges are gonna do whatever you want them to do, right?
No.
You own the city. You own
I
the
think
town.
this is good, y'all.
The absurdity of the whole situation as St. Francis County citizens feel that the rehiring of Bynum is absurd.
Well, you know what? It's not absurd.
I know.
He's a qualified police officer, a good guy. He deserves recognition for his work, a good work.
Well, I
And
haven't heard
I'm
of
not
any
going to
good
allow
work.
him to be personally. And so I hired him back because I know he's a good man. I know he was lied on. And I knew that this would create what we've got right here.
But I do not feel like this decision is in the best interest for the St. Francis County
Well, I
citizens.
believe it's fine. I believe it's good.
But you're our sheriff and we count on you to make these
and you do,
decisions
and-
for
and-
us.
and- yeah,
And this is why
and
we're
I
voicing
believe
our
it's a
opinion.
good
We
thing.
don't feel like this is safe.
Well,
We don't feel safe with him.
You're a very, very small minority. This man right here, you're known, you have a reputation of being a pathological liar. Did you know that?
You know, I was told the same thing about you.
Everybody doesn't know.
Is the sheriff seriously doing this right now?
Wow.
Sheriff, are you bashing people that are in your county right now, Sheriff? Are you bashing people in your county right now who are upset about their son's death? Their son died and they're upset and you're gonna bash them in front of everyone? And you're gonna say that your deputy's more important to you than everyone else here?
Oh my God! He is sick!
No way to win this.
He is sick! Sick, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sick! Right in the face, yo. He's sick. Oh my God, the sheriff? That's stupid. Here's the stupid, dumb sheriff then. I believe that they killed him. I don't care what nobody says. You know what I'm saying? I made this video because I was just curious. You know what I'm saying? Because I can play the whole video again to y'all. I would play the whole video again. After listening to this whole public statement, bro, comment on any post. Comment on any post if y'all want me to make a whole video of it. I think he killed him. He's turning off his body cam. I don't understand why would he turn off his body cam. Okay, so y'all, we're going to keep listening to this. Like, subscribe, please. Okay, so this doesn't make sense. I was, like, me and my brother was eating Cheetos watching this. Keep listening, please, y'all. Alright, are y'all ready? Alright, let's get it on.
Why does your deputy matter more to you than everyone else in the county?
I'm trying to say that, too.
Because I care for everyone else in the county.
It doesn't seem like
You
it.
care for everybody, every woman and child that is being on the road is absolutely terrified to the point of we already have a game plan. If the St. Francis County Cop pulls up behind us, we are not stopping. I do not feel safe. I will go to...
That's the environment that you're creating.
Devastated by Tripp's loss. Still devastated by Tripp's loss. But I'm more concerned with him back on patrol in St. Francis County.
Do you believe he sent you that text that night?
It doesn't sound like him.
Why?
That's not how Tripp spoke.
First off, we never wrote a paragraph like that.
It's not how Tripp spoke. And I just got off the phone.
Everything in there was for show. Everything. We expected it. It was a political stunt. And I can tell you firsthand, Tripp was not suicidal. He was the brightest, most full-spirited kid you've ever met in your entire life.
He loved life.
He was at my house the Wednesday before. There was nothing wrong with this young man. He was always kind, polite. Nothing indicated that he was a suicidal.
To know that this
He would never kill himself.
Again tomorrow. How are you guys feeling about it? What are you planning to do?
Terrified. Terrified.
I would
Terrified.
warn my children, don't stop. If somebody in the county tries to stop you, you put your hazards on, you call 911 or you call us, and you drive to somewhere where there are other people. Do not stop. I'm scared for their lives. You don't know what he may decide to do against the family.
This chase was totally unnecessary. I feel like the chase instigated everything and it ultimately resulted in this child's death. We don't.
That child, though, was terrified.
Yes, he was.
That child came to my house a week before. He was hung on that same four-wheeler, come up behind my house and was shaking like a leaf, terrified. And I was like, what's the matter with you, Tripp? And he said, that cops, he's going to kill me if he catches me. And I said, what do you mean he's going to kill me? He coming in here?
Yeah, that truck had black wheels on it, didn't it?
Yeah, the day that we were looking for Tripp. Bradshaw, my husband says, we'll go to backside of Crow Creek and look for him because that's, in the area.
It comes up.
And Bradshaw said, if you go to Crow Creek, we'll have you arrested. Do not go to Crow Creek.
They already knew he was there.
And guess where he was found at?
Weird. Bradshaw said
Crow
that?
Creek!
Jason Bradshaw.
Now, Bradshaw's the one that was supposedly up the hill. Well, actually,
Right.
Kenny
my
says
God,
in an interview
y'all.
that Bradshaw was the one that was up the hill that Tripp was going to go turn himself into after the phone call with you. Is that?
And Bradshaw was not on duty. He was daytime sergeant, not nighttime.
Tripp did say he saw lights up the hill,
Yes, he
though.
said, I see the lights. I see the blue lights. I'm walking up the street.
Really?
The other issue that I have is when the body cam comes back on and they're strapping the four-wheeler and he reaches in the back of the truck and pulls out ratchet straps. They're apparently very, very, very similar to what they found Tripp with. But he said he found it in the woods at a deer stand, which was a ways from where he was actually found.
It was laying on the ground that's been there for
I
a
think
while.
they grabbed the strap.
How'd you
Okay?
find it in the dark?
I think they grabbed the strap.
He didn't know the deer stand existed, so you didn't know there were.
I think he grabbed the strap, turned the body cam off, and found him, chased him. This is my opinion. Chased him. Got him in the woods. Okay, got him in the woods. Okay, they found him in the woods. He chased him, and he catched him. This is what I think. It's my statement. I think they caught. Okay, I think they caught him, and then I don't know what they did. I'm just thinking they grabbed him and hang them across the rope, and then ran. And I think they ran, They had to. They need the death penalty or something. Or they need to get fired from their job. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good job at all. Like, because I've been listening to cop videos and everything. And other cops were okay. You know what I'm saying? Other cops were good. And it just doesn't make sense how, like, things would just go out like this. So bad. But we're going to keep listening.
There was hopefully going to be a strap sitting there.
Yeah, you want to talk absurd.
You want to
That's
talk absurd? That's absurd because when people say they're going to normally have an intent right in front of them to do so.
Yeah.
It's not walk in the woods hours and hours later and hope and pray I find something.
It's very, yeah, even if Bynum had nothing to do with it, I still don't think he did it to himself.
I agree.
So they came around this
They came
corner,
around this corner, went up here.
and they went
Where
up,
that orange is, that's the telephone box that they messed up. They hit.
that's where they caught air, maybe?
Yes, that's where they went airborne. Where Preston Cox says that I knew he went airborne or was going to go airborne. They would have, apparently, the way that it looks, they would have went up there and came down right where the tracks were.
Where this dirt mark is here is where they came back and crossed the road again. Bynum's vehicle ends up where she is standing here. Tripp's four-wheeler ends up right about here where she's standing. And then Tripp dives off through the fence into the woods this direction.
Yes.
And then you're saying that he went down into this gully, right? And then
That's where one boot and his hat was found was off in that direction.
but where he was found is actually this direction over there.
And he has no cuts on his feet. At this point, we know he has just one shoe on. And at some point, he loses the other one out there. I do. Now, the dogs, when they brought them out, the dogs went, they only went to where his clothes were and no farther. Now, Tripp's going to just lay his clothes down and then what? Fly away? Because the dogs did not hit any farther than where his clothes were. And my husband was up ahead of us because they actually told us, we were with one of the Game and Fish ladies, and she actually told us to stop, not to go in. But my husband was just walking a creek because he knows it, it's familiar. And he actually seen a footprint in the sand, which, and Kayla, her sister, did also, which I think brought them that way more.
Yeah.
And then the lady, Game and Fish lady, she's the one that I guess was walking through the creek and supposedly found him.
If his first thought was, I need to go kill myself, then why are you calling your mom to come
Why'd
get
you
me?
call me and just say come get me?
So you already knew the trouble
Because
you
he
were
even
in.
actually talked to my brother after he talked to me and told my brother he was turning himself in because mom and dad are on their way. I don't think he done it to himself. Do I know who? No. Will I ever know? There's a big chance, probably not.
We don't know, but I mean, in your mind, you would think Tripp tried to come back up, turn himself in. He'd already told his mom he was gonna. He knew they were on the way. They're gonna protect him. So comes up here to turn himself in. Was Bynum mad that he got away from him? Mad that he had to chase him? I mean, we can only speculate, but that would be our thought. If it did get carried away and that happened, he didn't have to get rid of him right then. I mean, he just had to get it in a place where nobody would see him.
Right.
And do it later. I mean, just say.
Well, and our thing is you talk to people in the community about Tripp. They're going to tell you the same story of how he was. If you have asked anybody the reputation of Bynum, you're going to get crazy stories. Tripp has never been in trouble with the law. I think Tripp had only been grounded one time in his life, and that was for an extent of maybe 3 days.
He's a country boy.
Yeah.
He liked to go out and have fun the way they do.
He was respectful. He worked every day, got off work, helped me at home with whatever I needed, cleaning house, you name it. Tripp was there to help me and Tripp helped me do everything. And I didn't realize how much until he's gone. My parents lived down the road from him, and there'd be a ton of times he'd stop and, hey, you need help? Ask Mama, hey, you need help feeding them goats? Or, like, can I just
hang out with the dogs or the chickens, or he'd just be out there, and he was like a big animal lover. He still has a goat at home. Like
his cat, he rescued from a gas station.
I'm gonna tell you the deal on the four-wheeler. There was 2 four-wheelers stolen in Texas from the dealership when they was brand spank new. They reported them in ACIC or NCIC, and they was never taken out of NCIC.
So they were already recovered.
They were already recovered.
And then I have to ask you questions. Why was he the only one that ran?
he was scared.
He was scared to Trey
of
Bynum.
He'd already been.
He'd been told that if Trey caught him, he was gonna kill him.
When he said that Trey was going to kill him, or when Trey made that comment, it wasn't just to one person was telling him, hey, you know, Trey said this. It is different
This is
parts of the community that is, you know, hey, I've heard him say that. Hey, I've heard him say that.
Yeah. This is not where they pulled him out of.
This isn't where he was at all, ever.
No.
We're just wanting to get a look at the type of
Terrain.
Thank you, that he had to walk through. So this is the same creek, just further down, because we can't access where he actually was.
Because it's a big drop off.
The woods that he had to go through to get to the creek.
I mean,
hell on earth. I mean, it's like this.
That's what you had to walk through.
That's what he had to walk through. So he had to walk.
Have you ever stepped on a Lego? This is like walking on Legos the whole time. Actually, real quick, Cody Turner he used to be a deputy in Lawrence County.
Right.
And something happened there where he left the department and became a private investigator. You hired Cody Turner to investigate this. Shout out to Cody Turner. He's now running for sheriff in Lawrence County. And on that topic, you're running for sheriff right here in St. Francis County.
Right.
So I know 2 sheriffs that need to be 2 new sheriffs. So the question I wanted to ask, this is something that I was told by Cody Turner. About 100 yards or so from where we just were, from where the accident was, where Tripp went through the fence and took off into the woods, about 100 yards from there is a service road.
Yes.
And the service road is gated off.
You can drive right to where it was at.
And then the service road ends about 20 yards from where he was found. No one would have saw him there. There was no dogs over there, no drones over there.
And the thing about it is the fence, the gate that night had a lock on it. But you can pick the gate up off of the pole and set to the side and drive right in.
There's not really any proof of it. No. It's just a likely scenario.
Right.
Where he was found is also how far away from the interstate?
Probably 600 feet.
So not that far either.
Yeah.
So another hypothetical is you go off the interstate and pull off the side of the interstate and go off in that way. What you working on there?
Crazy, bro.
So just going over the call for service log.
So I'm here in an undisclosed location with, do you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, my name is Cody Turner with Presidium Group Solutions.
So you're a private investigator?
Mm-hmm.
You used to be in law enforcement too, right?
Correct. I started an EMS career with the goal of getting into law enforcement. I got my feet underneath me in law enforcement, started looking at like the culture overall. I started to have some issues with how things were getting done, some disagreements with the leadership and the direction, or honestly, kind of the lack of direction that the sheriff's office was going.
Here in Lawrence County?
Here in Lawrence County. I decided it was time to leave, go off alone, and start a private investigations company so that I could still try to help people.
And so you actually are running for sheriff in Lawrence County right now too, huh?
I am.
Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
Everyone in Lawrence County, I think you should vote for him.
I appreciate it. That means a lot coming from you guys.
Yeah. You were hired by Gil and Jennifer Brazil.
Actually, so the story, what happened with that, to be dead honest, is while I was a detective up there at the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office, I'd seen some stuff on Facebook. And then when we started this, which was like the same month I left, my manager, Cass, he'd been kind of tracking the case and the situation or whatever. Jennifer and him kind of started talking. It was like, hey, let's look at this as like a case review is something that we do. It's not necessarily always investigations. I guess first it's important that we had a great place to start, because the first real investigation, and I don't mean that from like an official standpoint, but like somebody who did a really good job in this was actually like Jennifer Brazil herself.
Okay.
Like what we got from her allowed us to really just like jumpstart. Like they weren't blaming anybody. Obviously, they had some issues with like the pursuit. By that time, they had issues with like transparency and communication.
Let's see how long this been,
Arkansas State Police and the St. Francis County Sheriff's Office.
Pause video. Fast forward. Next video. Time elapsed 46 minutes, 18 seconds. Time duration 58 minutes, 17 seconds.
Okay, so we still got.
Kind of what start.
We still
Time
got.
elapsed 46 Next video. Button.
Started like the us versus them rift that you see
Okay,
now.
y'all.
That
So
started with
I did
the
like
lack
20
of
minutes.
transparency and
And
the lack of answers and just really zero empathy toward a family who was just trying to find out the truth of what happened to their son.
I saw that today from them. They don't have empathy for that family at all. I want to be very fair about this.
Of course.
There is a lot of rumors that I heard on Facebook that I've seen. I've only known about this for a couple months now, and I've been just collecting every little bit of information I can. And then with all the files that you gave me, I've already started spotting a bunch of stuff that's not true being said about Bynum.
Correct.
And that doesn't help the stuff that is true, because if you can point out two things that are wrong, well then all of it's wrong. But no, after everything I know today, I don't know if I would say I believe Bynum did it. Not that not that I would say I don't think he did it either. I just do not know. It's hard for me to believe just because it's a crazy story. But you know what's way harder for me to believe still is that he went himself.
Yeah. I asked Sergeant Kenny in that interview, so like, do you have your lights on? Like, did you do a traffic stop?
Yeah.
And no, it's a consensual encounter. In my opinion, Tripp seeing Bynum pulled up was the trigger. And so then as we go through and do our other investigation, we interview all these other people, and they're telling me to my face, numerous people that were within Tripp's circle, but not necessarily associated with each other, that said, hey, Bynum specifically, like Tripp was scared of him. This is the church that they're referencing in their report when they say that Bradshaw and Harrison Johnson, which were two other officers according to the report, so supposedly they were behind this church looking for him. They're all right here at this endpoint. Those three individuals, two law enforcement officers and a civilian ride-along, are right there at that endpoint. So this line of trees, and you can almost see it at the terrain, in this line of trees, they're all connected to a gully that meets right here. So that gully that Tripp entered, other than climbing straight up to the sides of that gully, you end up coming this direction, right? And so we know that Harris, Bradshaw, and Johnson, according to their own report, and when I say their own, I mean Bynum's St. Francis County report, we know that they're out over here. The direction he went when he went off in that gully would have also been the direction he needed to move toward his house and toward his parents, who he called to come pick him up. And so it would make sense generally that he goes in that direction.
The way he initially went?
Correct. And so
it doesn't make sense to go back the other way?
No.
Because where's he going?
Exactly. He was going the opposite direction of the people he called to come get him, and he was going the opposite direction of his house. And did Tripp know the area as far as riding trails and back roads? Yeah, he rode all the time. As far as thick wooded areas through other people's property that he'd never been on?
Right.
No. So there's also an argument that he could have got turned around. However, he's got to go back over that road that he would have recognized and known, right? And so what made him pass his unknown boundary? Yeah, so the first time that I can find anywhere in this case that anybody mentions that he's out of his shoes and also does it in a plural form is when Bynum is talking to that jailer at like 2 a.m.
So Bynum does go to jail to ask where Tripp is. And I don't know, maybe he's just a good liar, but he did seem like he was genuinely asking where Tripp was.
Well,
like, help me find him. That little video, in my opinion, if anything, kind of helps him look like he had nothing to do with it. Unless
I'm gonna be real honest.
He found him afterwards. Or that's a complete lie, cover-up. But how do you have time to do all that and then go to the jail just for a lie cover-up?
Well, for me, the cover-up situation in that is more of a I don't think the intelligence is there to do that. I'm not trying to be an ass.
Right.
I don't know if I can say that in a
It seems
video.
like it's an extra level that you wouldn't see with him.
Correct.
Yeah.
I just don't think that would be there.
So then he had nothing to do with it, or he found Tripp afterwards, or this was a lie, a cover-up. Those are the three options.
That's the only three options, right? The interesting part to me in that is the language she specifically uses to describe that Tripp is out of his shoes.
Who is leaving their phone, their hoodie? Who's leaving their phone, period?
Especially
in the woods.
15-year-old.
I'm lost in the woods. Let me just leave my phone. And it isn't like, I just dropped my phone, because what else is next to it? His hoodie and what else?
There were his hoodie, the phone charger, and his wallet.
Yeah, so you're not going to accidentally drop all of that stuff. So he decided to just leave all of that and then continue walking another mile.
And just his socks, 1.2 miles.
No idea where he's going in the dark in the woods.
Dogs come out, go to the first hat, the first boot and hat, right? Mm-hmm. They go out, they come back. They go out and they come back. Then the second boot and phone thing is found. Let's see if we get a scent from here. Dogs go out a little bit, come back, come out, go back, come out, go back. They repeat that a few more. They're not tracking, right? So I want to talk about the text message for a minute. I've read it a billion times. I understand, given the circumstances that he was found hanging in a tree, the easy thing to do is say this is a suicide text, right? And since I can't tell you for sure what happened, I can't tell you it's not.
It looks pretty bad when you read it. Yeah.
It does, right? But for one, it doesn't fit with the conversation that was just had. If you take that text message into the context of a kid who, if he truly believed that Bonham was going to kill him instead of taking him to jail, maybe it is a goodbye text because he was going to go turn himself in and he thought something was going to happen to him. Maybe we don't tinfoil hat that. Maybe this 15-year-old just thought he was going to go to juvenile for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't think he was going to be able to talk to his parents. Everybody wants to point to, well, he sent the text, the case closed. Well, first of all, the case is about the fact that there wasn't a proper investigation done.
Not even close.
Right, so that's what we started.
I think that is the main point of this, is there was not, I wouldn't even call that an investigation.
No. If Tripp would have been located safe and sound the next morning, would anybody be saying that's a suicide text or that's a kid that thinks he's about to go to juvenile detention?
Right.
There's some issues that I have with the autopsy that I thought were kind of odd, so then we hired an independent third-party medical examiner. So for one, he wasn't barefoot. He did have socks on.
Okay.
And these socks are dirty, but they are not what you would expect covering that distance, that terrain. The feet are a huge problem in the autopsy. So from knees to chest, kid's pretty beat up. There's abrasions and scratches and contusions. Okay, let's say that abrasions and scratches come from running through woods, bumping into trees, falling down, whatever. We'd had to fall down a lot of times to create the contusions that we have, right? Apparently sprints through the woods. The bottom of his feet are fine, but the entire rest of his body it looks like it was in a fight.
Right, yeah. So his whole body looks like his feet should look.
Exactly.
Or I guess you said that they are reviewing the autopsy, not doing another autopsy, but reviewing the first one.
Yeah, so that's already been done. And so we use a company called FPS, Forensic Pathological Services. They are the nation's leader in doing these type things. And the way that they work is they take the client that needs the service, and then they take the expert that provides whatever service, and they play middlemen so that this one can't influence this one, right? And so while we got a report from a phenomenal forensic pathologist, she can only review what they have in their report, what they have annotated in their report, and the photographs that they provide. She says that in her opinion, the manner of death should be better classified as undetermined as opposed to suicide. She also goes out of her way to do some research on should that tree limb that he was hanging from have supported his body. Don't think that a 119-pound person could have struggled against a limb that size and it stayed where it did. That leads me to believe that Tripp
was placed there
may not have been alive whenever he went over that ledge with that rope around him.
Even if he had nothing to do with it, half the town thinks he did. So why are you bringing him in?
I'm running for sheriff here. My job's not to go in there and just do whatever the hell I want to do. My job is to deliver on what the people of this county expect out of their elected sheriff.
They elected him.
Right. And how do you feel about like walking into the agency to make a complaint on the agency?
Yeah.
It's, dude, things get swept all the time, right? So if we have the Civilian Accountability Board, though, independent volunteer board that I don't get to staff, and that gives another vehicle for the public to go file that complaint, and there's not one in Arkansas. So it'll be the first one.
Dude, that would be cool, man.
I think that needs to happen, and it's probably going to make my hair gray faster, but it needs to, man. That's what we need to do, and so.
Well, we need people like that getting in office with good ideas, working stuff out, making things better, and so good luck to your election.
I appreciate you, man.
Is there any hope that the Arkansas State Police or any other agency is going to open up an investigation again?
Wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Has it been brought up? I know it's been like brought up by y'all, but
It's been brought up by
has
the
ASP
community.
acknowledged it or anything?
No.
They started the petition. There's like almost 1,100 people that signed it saying reopen the case, and they pretty much laughed at it.
Really? Is this petition still going?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, if you know anything about the situation or the case, feel free to contact us. Your name will stay anonymous. I promise that. I promise.
The littlest information can lead to something big.
Yep.
No matter if you just think it's nothing, but if you know just a little bit.
Because something you know might be something we don't know already.
Any tip at all, you can stay anonymous.
Yes.
I'm going to leave an email in the video description, in the pinned comment, but that way people can contact you.
Look, give this little boy right here.
If you have any tip about this, just the littlest thing, whether it helps prove one way or the other, we aren't looking for biased tips. Any tip at all, please reach out to the email linked below and help the family.
There might be something we don't know.
That's sad. That is sad, y'all.
Cop chases.
It's called Cop Chases.
There's a story out of Arkansas about a 50.
Pause. So guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Okay, y'all. Hope y'all had a good experience. So in the next video, and like, subscribe, and comment on one of my posts, not my videos, my posts, if y'all want some. Alright, see you on the next video. I mean, that was so sad, bro. Like, what I'm saying, like, and y'all, if the speaker was like kind of bad quality, it is called, I think it's, I'll tell y'all what it's called. I'm gonna make a very short video and tell y'all what it's called. But anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video. I can't believe a 15-year-old's dead, you know what I'm saying? It's BB with that chop. It's BB with that chop. It's signing out. But y'all want more content like this? Okay, so sorry if I listened to 20 minutes of it. It was like footage and he kept turning his body cam off. And they was talking to him at the gym thing. But see you on the next video. Come like and subscribe if y'all want more videos like this. And see you on the next video. And BB with a chopper signing out. And bye.